Good evening and welcome back to Twin State Sports. As Joe Moorhead and Mississippi State prepare for one of the most challenging games of the season on Saturday, one of the keys off the top going to be containing Auburn freshman quarterback Bo Nix. Well, not in the upper echelon of QBs of the conference just yet. 6'2", 207-pounder has turned heads early in his career, and Coach Moorhead draws comparisons between both Nix and his freshman starting quarterback, Garrett Schrader.
I think he and Garrett kind of both have some of that it factor. We're a little bit mature but beyond their years, and obviously, you know, Bo being coached by his dad in high school, and his dad was a great quarterback at Auburn, kind of has some of that savvy that you don't see in a lot of true freshmen. So I think part of it obviously is his talent and ability to beat you with his arm and his legs, but some of that experience beyond his years is the other thing. Very, very, very competitive, and you know, you watch the end of that Oregon game. I mean, he was cool as the other side of the pillow. I mean, he was just kind of unflappable.
Ole Miss soccer opened up SEC play over the weekend with a 1-1 tie against Missouri. Rebels missed countless opportunities to win the game in overtime, but the team is moving on to Thursday, where they'll face rival Mississippi State, which head coach Matt Mott figures will be a huge challenge, as it usually is.
I think we're going to have our hands full on Thursday night. It's always difficult to play down there. We've struggled certainly in my time here down there at times, so you know, we've got to be ready to go on Thursday. We're going to need big-time play out of our goalkeeping in Ashley and the back line and midfield. We got to be at our best to handle them down there.
Thursday's game is set for a 6 o'clock kickoff on the SEC Network. First round of the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series playoffs come to a close on Sunday, and for 4 drivers, their shot at lifting the championship trophy will be dashed. Second-year driver William Byron occupies the 12th and final transfer spot heading into Sunday's race at the Charlotte Motor Speedway Road Course. 21-year-old finished 34th last year in the inaugural race at the Charlotte Roval, and if he hopes to cash in on a round of 12 appearance, 34th place finish isn't going to get the job done.
Given the situation, you might have to push a little harder or a little less depending on where you are. So you just kind of understand that in that moment and try to dig a little bit deeper. But then when you're out there on the racetrack and you're preparing, you just try to go out there and do your job. So I don't try to approach it really different at all.
Kansas Jayhawks basketball program received a notice of allegations from the NCAA. NCAA is accusing head coach Bill Self and others of 3 Level 1 recruiting violations, amongst other things. According to reports, the NCAA became concerned after learning several members of the Kansas staff had relationships with employees of the sportswear brand Adidas. Former Adidas employee TJ Gasnola was sentenced in a federal corruption case earlier this month and was convicted of using payments to influence recruits to go to Adidas-sponsored schools like KU. Self issued a statement saying that he believes the NCAA has created a false narrative regarding him and the Kansas basketball program. School is going to have 90 days to appeal the NCAA's findings. And free agent NFL wide receiver Antonio Brown in a Miami courtroom today for a civil suit claiming that he trashed a multi-million-dollar condo last year. Brown recently released from the Patriots, arriving at court this morning with his attorneys. The owners of the mansion at Aqualina sued Brown, claiming that he caused $35 grand worth of damage, an amount more than twice the statutory limit. Another lawsuit from the same case claims Brown nearly hit a toddler and her grandfather with furniture that he threw out a window.